It's 11:30 PM on May 29th, 2021. An 18-year-old Mark Williams contacts his aunt to let her know he's on his way back home after a night of drinking.
Where are you, Mark? Is everything okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm with Lewis at the moment. I'm making my way back now, though. I won't be too long. Don't worry, I'll make sure he gets home okay. Okay then, guys. I'll see you later.
When that phone call was made, it's thought that Mark was in this general area, Perryman's Lane, Uckfield, East Sussex. That's roughly 60 miles out from London, England. At that moment in time, he was with 19-year-old Lewis Ashdown. The pair had met each other through YouTube 7 months prior in late 2020. On the day in question, the pair had arranged to spend the evening together drinking, so a location was sorted, and they both made their way there. However, when Lewis found out that Mark was bringing his younger brother, he didn't feel comfortable, so he never turned up, but told Mark he would meet him later. With some hours passing and a few drinks now under.
Alright, wait, so before we get in any further, we just checking this out, right? You see the title? This YouTuber was murdered by a fan, which is kind of nuts. Like, this world just getting crazy, but we're gonna get straight into it while I keep working on, you know, getting some shading going for my little baby Jordan, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm wrapping it up. I'm getting very close to finish, just have one eye left to finish and some like finer details in the shading. So I'm just touching that up right now, and let's just dive into this.
Mark decided it was time to wave goodbye to his brother and meet up with Lewis at Mayfield's recreation ground. Again, that's within the general area of Uckfield, East Sussex.
What they doing out here, bro? Is this a real picture of the area? What they got to do out here? For real.
From here, it was good vibes. The pair shared a laugh, spoke about their dreams of making it big one day on YouTube, and ultimately got wasted. Well, we know that at least Mark did anyway. All good things must come to an end though, and for the boys, it was time to go home. However, only one of them would make it.
Oi.
Mark only ever wanted a friend, someone he could laugh, joke, and have fun with. He struggled to make friends growing up. He was too trusting, innocent, and always believed the best in people. It's how Mark's mother Lena described him. Many others would give similar testimony about his character. We don't know much about Mark's early life because that information just isn't available. But we do know that he did have at least one ambition in life, and that was to make it on YouTube.
Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi guys. You right guys? We're up on the roof. There comes the procession.
With the rise of Ali Law, Ryan Taylor and others in the later half of the 2010s, going viral for climbing buildings, sneaking into water parks overnight, and getting into it with security guards, it's to no surprise that it influenced a whole new generation of youngsters looking to make it on YouTube, and Mark Williams was no different. Some of his earlier YouTube videos have since been deleted, but it's thought that he started his parkour YouTube channel, Rooftop Legends, around January 2018. The oldest video on the channel dates back to May 14th, 2019, where he, along with his younger brother, escaped from security guards under the channel's second name, RoofTube.
Okay. Can't legally touch me.
Where are you going?
To find my brother.
Okay. Police are on the way already now.
Yeah, they'll catch me then, won't they?
32 Grenville Street.
See, you can't legally touch me.
By mid-2019, Mark's brother stepped away from the channel and RoofTube was rebranded to its final form, Displace. Mark wanted to give it one last go at trying to make it on the platform. But after dropping just 5 videos in October of 2019, 3 in November of the same year, 1 in February of the following, and a few older uploads after that, all would go quiet for most of 2020. And it looked as if that was it. It was over. The end. However, in November, he was back once again.
Alright guys, don't know if you can see me or not, but I promise you Displace is coming back. I'm getting a new action cam. And I'm going to hit some serious videos. Not like the ones I used to do before, I mean proper ones. I'm just getting myself back in. Anyway guys, my phone battery Yeah, I'm getting a new one soon, so I'm gonna have to cut this video off quick. My channel is coming back, I promise you. Sorry about the long time. I applied to be a PCSO for some reason and I got rejected, so now, you know, I'm coming back full on. Properly coming back. Alright, I'll see you guys.
To cut a long story short, Mark would go through phases on YouTube. He'd be active for a few months, then he'd stop posting, but he would always seem to make a return at some point in the hopes of making his childhood dream come true. During his November 2020 comeback, Mark had finally seemed to pick up some traction, at least within his local area anyway. You see, he had been running into trouble with the police while making his YouTube videos, which led to people sharing them within local community groups on the likes of Facebook. He was now a somewhat local celebrity, whether that be for the right or wrong reasons. Although most couldn't see the vision and looked at Mark as a troublemaker, there were a few people who began to follow his journey. Heck, they even wanted to be a part of it. Enters Lewis Ashdown.
Hi guys, I'm back here with Lewis, and we're going to do the water treatment facility in Uckfield on the industrial estate. We've just had to take a detour around the station car park because of this testing going on. And we couldn't walk through it. So yeah, let's hope it was worth it. Yeah, I hope so too. See you in a sec, guys.
Reports say that Lewis had commented on one of Mark's YouTube videos asking to see if he could tag along. The comment in question isn't on any of the active videos though, meaning that the video has more than likely been deleted. Lewis would go on to feature in 2 videos during the November return: Police Escape at Uckfield College
Or maybe he
Demolition
deleted
Site,
the comment.
and We Got Caught, Uckfield Water Treatment Plant. And so it looked then as if Mark had finally found that friend he was looking for, Lewis. He was going to be by Mark's side on this YouTube journey, the new Ryan Taylor and Ali Law. Lewis was going to be that person to help create more content. They were ready to take over the platform. However, ladies and gentlemen, even after a successful return in November, it wouldn't be enough for Mark to continue to post. And by the following month, all operations completely shut down. In March of 2021, Mark went live on YouTube. In this update, he goes on to tell his viewers that he had been missing for a while because he'd been trying to get a security badge and wasn't too sure of what to do with his YouTube channel. You could see his head was in 2 places. On the one hand, he had a real good opportunity to gain some employment within the security sector, and on the other was that little boy telling him to go and chase that dream.
Into that, I've been doing some talking with Lewis. He's seeming like he wants to get back into climbing and stuff. I haven't actually done it since Christmas, and I've got a bad back. It's been getting worse and worse lately. Don't know why. I need to go to the hospital and have myself checked out. I am not sure where my channel is going to go. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing these videos. I don't know if I'm going to be doing different videos or whether I'm going to stop completely. At this point in time, I don't know. I've been training to get my SIA license over the past couple of weeks, and I can't really risk that, but I'm not sure at the moment. I need to talk with Lewis some more, work something out. I know I do want to stay, you know, I love doing this shit, but at the end of the day, I'm going to have to grow the fuck up because, you know, I can keep...
He's saying he gotta grow up, right? I mean, that's good. It's about time, but check this out. Follow my mouse, yo. You see this little drawing he got here behind his head, bro? I mean, I don't know the story behind it, but then this poster here, does this look like the genie and the princess? You know what I'm talking about? That old time cartoon with that princess and the blue genie. And what's this? K-I-E. Marky? Is there a M-A-R on this side? What's happening here, yo?
Keep doing this. I mean, Ali Law still does it. He's in his 20s. He's doing good for himself. You know, good for him. But I'm hardly an athlete. I'm hardly...
We could tell. For real.
a pro at this kind of thing.
See, right now, it sounds like somebody
I have to
talking
face
themselves
reality,
out of a
especially with
dream.
my back getting worse.
But it is what it is.
I can barely run anymore. But I'm training for my SIA. Yeah, that'll be good when I'm security. But ultimately, I wish I could have made my life out of this channel. It was a childhood dream, but it doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere.
It isn't clear if Mark ever picked up work after this livestream, but we do know that he decided to give YouTube another shot. And it was all thanks to Lewis, believe it or not. Lewis had been in that livestream chatting along with others, encouraging Mark to come back to YouTube, telling him to not give up on his dream. Woody Buxted Hotel, first video back. 10 days later, the pair headed over to the hotel, ready to shoot another video.
Hi guys, I am with Lewis. Having a little drink before we go and hit Buxted Park Hotel. Yeah, we want this to be a mad video. We're going to do a couple more bangers. Can't tell you what they are in case anyone's watching that shouldn't be watching.
Who's watching?
Well, no, I mean watching the videos, because yeah, I know that the police do watch my channel sometimes. I can't really say where we're going because then it'll just fuck the video up when we go to do it. So, yeah, so we'll smash this one and well, after we smash these.
Amex Part 2. That could be one. There you go. Amex Part 2 coming soon.
Yeah, alright. Okay, so we'll smash this after we smash these. Yeah.
On the 21st of April 2021, Mark Williams posted his final video on YouTube. It was a classic climb in Eastbourne. This time around, it was never his intention not to return to YouTube. The opportunity would be taken away from him by someone he would have never have expected. And it all started with a text message exchange around a month after the final video was uploaded.
These pauses were
On the
long,
evening
bro.
of May 29th, 2021, Mark Williams and Lewis Ashdown arranged to meet up in Uckfield for some drinks. The weather was decent, it was to be good vibes. Both parties would make their way to the chosen location, but when Lewis discovered that Mark's brother was tagging along, he didn't feel comfortable as he was underage. So he never turned up and told Mark he would meet him later.
That's
Completely
weird.
understandable. Mark
No.
didn't not want to have drinks with his brother though, so he decided he'd have a few drinks, wait for Lewis to send the okay to meet back up, and then leave. That text would fly through a short while later,
Was
and
Mark gonna
Nairfield
drink
Recreation
too?
Ground was the new place to meet.
Lewis.
When he arrived, the two got to drinking, and by the end of the
Right,
night,
they still
Mark
drank,
was
so
completely
why was
wasted.
he...
Lewis
If they still drank, why was he concerned about being underage? That sounds like a setup, bro.
had kept handing him cups of whiskey and coke, but said no alcohol was in his cup. After an eventful evening, the pair decided it was time to head home. As they got to this wooded area on Perryman's Lane, roughly 3 miles away from the recreation ground, Mark would get on the phone to his aunt, as you know, and told her he'd be back home soon. Lewis had even reassured her that he would make it back. Urgent plea to find Uckfield teenagers missing from home since night out together. Mark Williams and Lewis Ashdown were out together at Maresfield Recreation Ground on Saturday night, but have not returned home since. It's thought they left to go their separate ways on Saturday evening. Mark called his family at 11:30 p.m. to say he was walking home, but he did not arrive. Lewis was last seen in Chapel Green in Crowborough at around 11 a.m. yesterday, Sunday, May 30th, but has also not returned home. By Sunday the 30th of May, 2021, family, friends and the Sussex police were out in force hunting for the boys. They hadn't returned home. However, there was a breakthrough in the police investigation over the next few hours. Lewis would be captured on CCTV some 12 hours after that call to Mark's aunt. He was spotted near a park in the small town of Crowborough, located 10 miles away from Uckfield.
What?
Even though there was this
10
breakthrough in
miles.
the case, neither of the boys were physically located at that moment in time. However, that was all due to change when Lewis finally returned home the following day, May 31st. But Mark, he was still missing. We don't have much information surrounding the moment Lewis returned other than a small statement from his mother. Nothing was unusual or wrong when Lewis returned home. When police were notified that Lewis had come back, they would attend his address, more than likely wanting to speak to him about Mark's whereabouts. Although it isn't clear if he was
weird.
even there when they arrived. When they did turn up though,
Mom
we
didn't
do know
question
that they
it?
searched his bedroom, and here they would make a discovery that was about to turn this missing persons investigation on its head. A search of his home address found blooded clothing hidden in the wardrobe. Fast Time Forensics found the blood belonged to Mark, and a murder investigation was launched. Police
dear.
were now on the hunt for a killer. On the evening of June 1st, 2021, Lewis was tracked down to a friend's home in Eastbourne, roughly 20 miles away from his home address, and he was subsequently arrested for the murder of Mark Williams, even though at that point his body hadn't been located. While police were at this address, Lewis's friend gave a chilling confession to the police. Me and Lewis were getting drunk on Jack Daniels. Out of nowhere, he told me that he murdered Mark and showed me some videos of him doing it. He told me that he took a knife out with him from his mum's home and that Mark had started to annoy him, so it just felt right to start stabbing him. Mark had begged him for help and had begged him to get an ambulance, but he just carried on stabbing him because he wanted him to shut up. All he wanted to do was kill. He said he felt good about it and Mark deserved it. He said Mark deserved to die. He thought about killing Mark before and wanted to do it. It was horrific. He said he was glad that he'd done this. When he showed me the videos, he was laughing. I saw him rip Mark's eyes out. Proper psychotic stuff. I was going into shock. I was shocked how he came out with it. I wanted to run and tell someone. Mark would crouch down to vomit just after he got off the phone with his aunt. Again, this would be in the area of Perryman's Lane. Out of nowhere, Lewis would come up from behind him and stab him in his back. Mark would beg Lewis to stop and call him an ambulance, but he refused. Instead, he took his phone out and started to record himself stabbing Mark. Several videos were recorded. Combined, they were nearly an hour in length. He had stabbed Mark 107 times in the face, eyes, neck, head, back, genitals, chest, and right leg, before proceeding to take his eyes out of his head. Once he had successfully killed him, Lewis took Mark's trousers and underwear off, carried him over to a body of water within the woods, and threw him in there.
What?
When Lewis was brought in for questioning, he denied knowing what happened to Mark and stated he didn't know where he was. Reports don't say how Mark was eventually found, but given the fact it was after Lewis was arrested, it was more than likely the result of some sort of information from Lewis, whether intentional or not. I mean, they did seize Lewis's phone after all. The police would go on to charge him with murder and possession of an offensive weapon shortly after his arrest. He wouldn't be taking this one to trial. In October of 2021, Lewis Ashdown would enter a guilty plea over Mark's murder. He would never give an official explanation as to why he murdered him. The public would find out some additional information during the sentencing hearing in reference to Lewis's steps after the murder. On the 31st of May, 2021, as you know, he would return to his mother's home. The following day, June 1st, he went out to play football with friends, took a trip to the cinema to watch The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It, a horror movie in where a killer brutally stabs someone to death while allegedly in the grips of demonic possession. Then him and his friend had a drink, he confessed to the murder and was arrested in the evening. The sentencing hearing also heard that police had the near hour-long footage of Mark's murder as evidence. However, it wouldn't be played due to the graphic nature of the content. After the hearing, the judge would hand Lewis a life sentence with the minimum term of 27 years.
Bro, what?
Yo guys, we were just about to get to the place we're going and shoes and shit in there. I wonder if there's a dead body nearby.
Why would he say that? Cause
And
he's
so
crazy.
long-time viewers of the channel will know that I covered this story when the sentencing hearing happened back in October of 2021. Now, for those of you wondering why I decided to cover it again, it's because some of Mark's viewers had sent me over his channel not too long after I dropped that video. I tried to find it originally, but my research failed me. I didn't instantly want to remake the video, as I wanted some time to pass to tell his relatively unknown story to a bigger audience. I feel the YouTube clips, Mark's interactions with Lewis, really help tell this story and what was going on leading up to the murder. You see, in the United Kingdom, if someone pleads guilty in a case, like Lewis did in this one, you don't really get much in-depth information about a case, and so by adding this extra content, again, it really helps to tell this story.
I guess so. There's some crazy people in this world, bro.
But yeah, if you're going exploring at an abandoned pub, yeah, keep your mate with you. Make sure he's someone you can trust.
Oh, jeez.
You know, and be careful is all I can say.
Oh,
Because
jeez.
in the video where me and Lewis climbed the college, you know, I was constantly looking out for him because he did get dangerously close to some of the edges. But you know, that's what life's about, isn't it? Living on the edge.
Bro, yeah, bro. He thought that was your homie.
My biggest problem.
Crazy, bro. Anyways, yo, thanks for tuning in with me today. I'm gonna keep working on my drawing and just try to wrap it up. I hope you draw something today as well. Design something, make something, produce something, create, yo. Go out there and make something. Alright, yo, have a good day, everyone. See you next time.